History is full of surprises, but some facts are just plain ridiculous. Today, we're diving into 22 hilarious and bizarre moments from history that will make you question everything you thought you knew. 1. Napoleon versus the rabbits. Our first stop is with Napoleon Bonaparte, the great conqueror, not so great when he was humiliated by a horde of rabbits. Yes, during a rabbit hunt in 1807, the rabbits turned the tables and chased Napoleon and his men instead. The hunter became the hunted. 2. The pig that was executed. In 1386, France took justice to another level when they arrested, imprisoned, and executed a pig. Its crime? Murdering a child. A medieval court case that proves humans weren't the only ones on trial back in the day. 3. The 38-Minute War. August 27, 1896, marked the shortest war in history between Anglo and Zanzibar. Lasting only 38 minutes, it was shorter than a half-time in a football match. Anglo lost 1 wounded, Zanzibar, well, they weren't so lucky. 4. Swearing Parrot at a president's funeral. At U.S. President Andrew Jackson's funeral in 1845, his African gray parrot was removed for swearing loudly during the ceremony. Imagine paying your respects and hearing a bird cursing in the background. 5. Albert Einstein declined the Israeli presidency. After Israel's first president passed away in 1952, they offered the role to Albert Einstein. But Einstein declined, saying he wasn't good with people. Turns out, he wasn't just a genius, but also an introvert. 6. Caligula's horse senator. Roman Emperor Caligula once threatened to make his horse a senator, claiming it could do a better job than the humans. Unfortunately, he was assassinated before he could make it official. 7. Salem's tomato trial. Salem, Massachusetts, known for witch trials, once held a trial to determine if tomatoes were poisonous. In 1820, Colonel Robert Johnson ate a basket of tomatoes in court to prove they were safe. 8. Henry VIII's toilet assistants. King Henry VIII had a special servant called the Groom of the Stool. Their job? Wiping the king's backside, and he knighted 4 of them. Somehow, they lasted longer than most of his wives. 9. Pope Gregory IX hated cats. Pope Gregory IX in the 13th century declared cats were associated with devil worship, leading to mass extermination of cats. Ironically, this may have contributed to the spread of the bubonic plague as rats ran wild. 10. Death by elephant. Until the 19th century in Asia, elephants were trained to execute criminals by stomping or slashing them with blades attached to their tusks. Talk about a slow and painful way to go. 11. Volkswagen Beetle's dark history. The Volkswagen Beetle was commissioned by none other than Adolf Hitler, designed to be a car that the working class could afford. Who knew? 12. Julius Caesar's 445-day year. In 46 BCE, Julius Caesar extended the year to 445 days by adding 2 extra leap months to align the calendar with the seasons. That was one long year. 13. The Great Emu War. In 1932, Australia went to war against emus. The army lost. The emus won. And this ridiculous chapter is known as the Great Emu War. 14. The von Neumann Manuscript. Carbon dated to between 1404 and 1438, the Voynich manuscript is still a mystery. Written in an unknown language, with strange illustrations and some pages missing, it's either an elaborate code or a practical joke on historians. Either way, it's a head-scratcher. 15. Cleopatra and the smartphone. Here's a wild perspective. There was less time between Cleopatra's reign in ancient Egypt and the invention of the smartphone than between her reign and the building of the pyramids. History is truly mind-boggling. 16. Lyndon B. Johnson's bathroom interviews. U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson was known for conducting interviews while on the toilet. Reporters and aides had to follow him into the bathroom. Talk about multitasking presidential style. 17. Titanic search cover-up. In 1985, oceanographer Robert Ballard's mission to find the RMS Titanic was actually a cover-up for locating lost nuclear submarines. The Titanic was found sooner than expected, revealing the secret mission to the world. 18. Forks and blasphemy in Italy. When forks were introduced in Italy in the 11th century, some religious leaders condemned them as blasphemous. Apparently, eating with artificial hands was offensive. Imagine how they'd feel about modern utensils. 19. Hitler's medicine cabinet. Adolf Hitler's medical records reveal he took up to 30 different drugs to manage his persistent farting problem. If only history books talked about this, they might be more gassy. 20. Heroin as cough medicine. Between 1898 and 1910, heroin was marketed as a cough medicine. Just a small side effect, it made people addicted. Let's just say that's a cough syrup we're glad is no longer on the shelves. 21. Lichtenstein's neutral army. In 1866, Liechtenstein sent 80 soldiers to the Austro-Prussian War. Not a single soldier was killed, and they made friends with their enemies. Liechtenstein's army was disbanded soon after and has remained neutral ever since. Truly a peaceful army. 22. Strasbourg's dancing plague. In 1518, residents of Strasbourg began dancing uncontrollably for days, many dancing to their deaths. This bizarre dancing mania lasted 2 months and wasn't the only time this happened. Talk about dancing till you drop, literally. Thanks for watching. If you found these absurd historical facts entertaining, hit the like button, subscribe for more wild history, and tell us your favorite fact in the comments. And remember, history may be serious, but sometimes it's downright ridiculous.